Hello and welcome to the Philippines. Now here's a couple tied together at the waist.
Hello.
And I'm taking a walk down to the local market, and what you'll find in Cebu City, probably many cities and towns in the Philippines, is that there are local markets and lots of things to buy along the way. Charcoal here.
Printing
No,
company.
this is a printer.
I had one of these in the USA.
Oh.
Yeah, you do forms, huh?
And he's got a big cutting press there to cut his larger size forms into the proper sizes. And people selling charcoal, and more charcoal here. I think they actually use it for their lechon. I think that's the place. I asked them how much it cost, and they told me, not for sale, sir. I think they have their own lechon restaurant they use it for, and they get it in by the truckload, small truckload. But anyway, every neighborhood has its own character, its own personality. Watch out for this type of thing. You can, especially at night when it's dark, cut your head open on some of these metal, or even if it's plastic, rooftops, canopies. And one thing you find some places more often than not, a lot of these steps down. And if you're into exercising, doing the step up the steps, there's lots of them here. And some places those steps are quite high. And step down, step up. Lots of bakeries along the streets, it seems. Lots of places selling rice. They eat a lot of rice and a lot of bread here. There are all sorts of different types of foods. There's a restaurant, lots of food sitting out there, and the delivery truck doing his rounds with his soda. And up in the Midwest in the U.S., many people call it pop, P-O-P, or soda pop. And my daughter lived in Arizona for many years. I took her back to the Midwest to visit my parents many years ago. And my daughter asked my mother, her grandmother, if she could have some soda. And my mother took out a box of baking soda and wondered, and then asked her, why do you want baking soda? Oh, I want soda pop. So interesting. Anyway, lots of food stands. Get yourself a little cart, roasted peanuts there, and delivery vehicles, bicycles with little carts on the side. And I suspect wherever you live, you can find a neighborhood market, and we're coming up to that here. Some smaller islands, like Camotes Islands, they've got one big market, no supermarkets, no malls, and you'll find that they might only butcher one beef one day a week. So if you're not there, for instance, on a Sunday very early, you're not going to get any beef that week. And I'm walking down Herman Cortez Street in Mandaue City, actually. It's almost right on the line with Cebu City. And people with stands selling lots of different types of things. There's rice and clothing, number of pharmacies down along here. And I was surprised, very small little pharmacies, how much stuff they carried. I went into a couple and was able to get things that I needed. And that's here, people just, if you got a cart, you buy some clothes from an importer. A lot of times they'll get a batch of clothes from somebody that imports from Vietnam or China or someplace, and throw it on a cart, take it out on the street in a neighborhood, and sell it. And here we have our vegetable market where I come and get some of my items. Vegetables and fruits and meats, eggs, lots of fish. And a lot of us from some countries where we are used to refrigeration and items on ice, we always wonder about that because I don't very seldom see any of this stuff on ice, and you just wonder about that. I think Filipinos, different cultures, their gut develops the proper bacteria, good bacteria in their gut to deal with the things that they eat, I think. And I think over time one could adjust to those types of things, but it does make me think twice about that. And here's a guy, just a bunch of jeans and shorts, selling them on the street. I believe a lot of these places get their goods. There's a huge public market downtown Cebu City, and then Mandaue City has a pretty large one too. And I believe they go there and get their goods or have them delivered, things that they want, and then they set up their different stands here. Of course, the price goes up a little bit every time somebody distributes something. Obviously, you need to make some profit. But then again, it costs you to go down to Carbone Market and do your shopping down there. If you're gonna take a jeepney, that's one thing. You know, that's 7-8 pesos. If you're gonna take a taxi, that's gonna be 100, 150 either way. So are you gonna save that much? Depends on how much you're gonna buy. And here I take a turn on, I believe this is MJ Cuenco Avenue or Street, and it turns into more of an industrial area. Farther down is warehouses, but mostly along the first set here. Lots of auto part dealers, motorcycle part dealers, transmission repair shops. Go down further, and we get into a lot of warehouses with lumber and steel warehouses. Anyway, I think this was a Saturday, so there were lots of people out doing their shopping for their vehicles, getting the parts. And a little bit of drainage there. Don't you know, if this is dark at night, that could be a major problem. Anyway, thank you for watching. Please like, please share the video, please subscribe. Safe travels to you all, and we'll see you next time. One question though, I will put up a video about WD-40. What does WD-40 stand for, and what can you use it for? I have found a very good use here in the Philippines.